So this man named Zamiel has decided to make a custom mod to have speedruns in this mod, right? Pretty much just for fun, right? And so he's made 6 different custom challenges, if you will, speedruns. So each one has kind of a different gimmick. And the gimmick for this one is that you always start with some random starting item. Starting items are just items that are really good that help you start the game a bit faster. So this one obviously makes the game a bit easier. Some of them make the game a bit harder, like this one where he replaces the final bosses with something a bit harder. Overall, it's pretty fun. We're going to start off here. Death has... I think he has Sacred Heart, which is a really good starting item on the Forgotten, which is their first character. The Forgotten is a very interesting character. And Moucheron has Proptosis, which is also a really good starting item. Did he get soft-locked in this room, though? Looks like Moucheron got a little glitch here. Never seen that glitch before. We need to save and quit the game, probably, to restart the room. Or just leave. Or just reset. Oh, you know what? He might have not updated Racing Plus. So I need to restart, which is unfortunate. That's strange. I've never seen that book before. The mod that's used for this game is one that is updated frequently, so new bugs sometimes come in when they get updated. Things seem okay for Death, however. Still has a Sacred Heart run. He probably didn't change his kit. Yeah, after every update to Racing Plus, never mind. Moucheron's probably just going to do a full reset of his game. Death is like about 3.5 minutes to Death 1. His first character. It's about average. He hasn't gotten really super lucky in this run. Moucheron is going to restart, and looks like he actually has a real start this time. He got Sacred Heart as well. Again, these starts are random. There are some restrictions, but mostly they're random. It's really bad double deal for Death. He's probably going to have a pretty slow run now. Like, if you're at least going for a world record or PB if you have a really fast PB already. Then, you know, you would probably reset in that situation. But it's a race, so yeah. There's no point of resetting, right? Looks like they're swapping out Moucheron because he's a bit behind now for, I think, check and search. Depends. Alright, that's still going with Polyphemus. On our second character, which is the Lost. So you also get to choose your character order, but you can't choose like which characters you play. Just the order of them in this season. And you got a Polyphemus start, the Lost, which like doubles your damage in a bit more. And looks like they switched to a check and search now. Check-in Search in second place in the race. His second character is Blue Baby. It looks like he started with either Incubus or Sacrificial Dagger. Both of those are starting items, but you could find either one of them also in the Devil. Probably found one of them in the Devil Deal, and one of them started with. Oh, that's a really good Devil Deal for death. He gets Maw of the Void, which essentially lets you like charge up a laser ring around you, as you see there. The good thing about Maw of the Void though is that it isn't affected by your tier rate, the charge speed, but the damage is affected by your current damage. So for an item like Polyphemus, which will like drastically lowers your tier rate, but gives you like a lot of damage, it's like super good. One of the best combos in the game. Check-in Search found a knife. Oh my god. That's like also one of the best items in the game. He also has the knife with Ease Mascara. So Ease Mascara doubles your damage but halves your tier rate. But tier rate's not like super important with the knife, so it's just like a really good item with. And they both have a shovel too, which is ridiculous. That's really good luck on both their second characters. So, if you're a regular Isaac player, you may have noticed that Death just skipped Depths 2 without taking the Polaroid, which you would think would be like, I'd say like extremely egregious, right? Like, he's just like gonna lose because he can't go to the chest. But another gimmick of this season in particular is that you could just go to the chest without the Polaroid. That's just another gimmick. This is how I decided to add it currency. And that's actually fine. And he got pretty lucky finding a battery with the shovel on Moon 1 very quickly. So he was able to skip like tons of floors. He's going to take the lead here. He's actually probably going to be on world record pace coming out of his second run. Actually, maybe not. This is a really bad Darkroom right here. If you're like sub 15 minutes off of your second run, it's like really good. It's like just about world record pace. Maybe a bit slower than it, but could obviously make up the lost time in other runs. This is a really bad Darkroom for Death. He's not going to sub 15 off of his second run, which is really bad. No, it's not. It's actually really good for a race. It's just bad if you're going for world record or PB if you have a good PB. But for this, in the context of this race, it's like really good. He's definitely probably going to be ahead of everyone else. Oh, he almost died there from the lamb. Dying is, again, nerfed a little bit in this season. So another gimmick of Season 6 is that if you die, you only lose 45 seconds, and then you respawn. Looks like Death got an YuCaesar, which is really good. Another gimmick in Season 6 is that you are guaranteed to get one of Ipecac, Knife, Epic Fetus, or Tech X during the race, but you're only guaranteed to get exactly one of them, so you're not going to get two. All of those items are just really OP, right? So I guess for like balance purposes, Samuel only wants you to get one of them. Get it once. That's for starting, of course. Like you can still find them in other rooms. Looks like we got Chicken Search's stream back up, and he's doing the Lost third, right? As Death is doing the Lost second, and he's doing Blue Baby third. But he has a really ridiculous round here. He has Knife again. This time he also has 20-20, which just like gives you double damage basically. And he skipped the floor with a bedroom. He's going to do a little bit of farming here on this library. He's probably hoping to get a teleporter or an undefined, which can let you like just outright skip floors. Does not get that lucky though, unfortunately. He's still got the Book of Shadows, which is really good with the knife. It allows you to just ram into enemies basically in every 3 rooms. And also got Bookworm, which gives you more damage. Death not so far behind, actually in second place overall in the race, and Check and Search is first overall in the race of about 11 people. He got Brimstone and a Thame with his Ipecac, which is also ridiculously good. As you can see in the charge bar, the Brimstone charges, which is a blood laser, by the way, if you don't know. It charges like extremely slowly, but it does ridiculous damage. One of the most powerful things in the game. So if you use it wisely and try to just sweep enemies in a room, you could clear rooms really fast. It looks like Death might take the lead in the race here. Yeah, he's gonna do it. Not by much. Oh, that's a ridiculously good double D over check and search. He just got a... So he's gonna probably take... No, they're gonna be like almost tied now. He just got we need to go deeper the shovel. Which means he'll get to skip this one floor here. Death gets a knife. It's a hard call whether to actually take the knife in this situation because it nullifies the ridiculous damage you have with Brim. It just turns Ipecac into a... Like, it has a weird synergy with Ipecac where it just turns it into a +4 or so damage up. So, like, +4 damage is pretty good, but it's not nearly as much as the bonus you'd get from having Ipecac and Brim. It's still making him go ridiculously fast, though, because the knife is ridiculous. So it's actually kind of a hard call. Probably made the right decision, though. I mean, like, you just melted that boss. Might be about equal in speed. He had a really good womb set of floor, so he's still going to be ahead. What? He has like a 2-room chest? Oh my god. It's very rare to see a chest floor that's that short. Probable reason is that there was like a loop, which is kind of a glitch in the generation. Usually you don't see loops in floors. But he had one, so it made the chest look pretty short. So that's just ridiculous on Death's part. Now he's on his 4th character. First place, obviously. And he's starting Tech Point 5. Among the community now, there's kind of a collective consensus that Tech Point 5 is not a very good start. I still think it's a pretty good start, but I'm sure Death is not happy to see it right now. He's probably wishing for a little bit of better RNG there. Though it's been pretty good for him so far. Check and search, getting like the opposite of a 2-room chest. His chest is horrible. He sees this brownie room twice in a row. Ugh. But he still has like this ridiculous knife, so he should have no problem killing everything really fast and still maintaining his 2nd place, unless someone is also as ridiculous. And he has lung on Eve. So that usually people don't like seeing lung in this rule set either, or this season, because it's just generally slower than a lot of the other items they could see. Well, that really sucks for check and search. He's gonna need to go all the way back to the sacrifice room, maybe. No, he could get hit here. So, like, a gimmick with Eve, this is like just a vanilla gimmick, is that she starts with Horror Babylon. And you really need to get that. And what Horror Babylon does is that with Eve, if she's at 1 red heart or less, it like gives her a huge damage up and speed up. So you got to get that Horror Babylon. But you can't get it on the 2nd floor because on the 2nd floor, you can't like lose any of your red hearts. Like you can't take. It's called red heart damage. And the reason you can't lose it is because if you lose it, you're not going to get Deal with the Devil from the boss. And most of the powerful items in the game are in that Deal with the Devil room. Oh, he gets a Doctor's Remote with this lung, though, which is really good. It has a good synergy, which you might see. So what the Doctor's Remote does is that it summons, like, a nuke from the sky, basically. But with Monster's Lung, since you're shooting tons of little tears, or actually kind of big tears, it's going to summon, like, 7 nukes from the sky at the same time. Shot a boss. You'll probably see it here. Yeah, see that? Oh, he misses Moucheron, the 2nd. Death, meanwhile, has a pretty okay-ish Tech Point 5 run. Oh, that's a really bad double deal for check and surge. But someone else might come into first place from this run. Both of these players are not having very good runs here on their fourth character. Ellie's check and search uses this black rune. So what the black rune does is allows you to destroy a spacebar item, or not a spacebar item, like any item pedestal you see, and it gives you just random stat ups. So it's a pretty good card to find. And so check and search used it on that hook there, and it gave him speed up and range up. So the range up's kind of useless, but the speed up is really good. You really want to have a high stat and speed run. Helps with dodging and just like moving through rooms faster, saving tons of time overall. That was a really good use of the doctor's room by checking. He's gonna go all the way back, charge his doctor's remote again. If it's worth it to save time, it depends on the boss here. Okay, that's probably worth it. If he doesn't miss, oh my god, missed the boss. So it definitely was not worth it to go back for that battery. If he didn't miss though, it probably would have been worth it. Death, meanwhile, still ahead in the race, but his run sucks. He didn't get any double deal on the caves, so he's gonna need to count on one here. You could like the second. Oh my god, he gets Isaac's Heart and Blood Wraith. What the? What? What? This is the best item combo in the game. So what Isaac's Heart does is it essentially replaces your like hitbox with that of the heart that's following death right now. However, it's kind of a glitched item in that, since like if you have items that you have that like self-inflict damage on you, they won't actually self-inflict the damage. So what Blood Rates does is that it allows you to essentially like nuke the room at the cost of taking like one red heart away from you. So it's like an okay item, but you can't use it indefinitely if you like you only have finite health in this. But since Isaac's Heart like is kind of glitched and nullifies that effect, it allows you to do it infinitely. Just nuke the room infinitely. So this is like the best item combo in the game, and Death just stumbled upon it randomly, which is ridiculous. I've actually never seen this in a. So he's definitely going to be ahead here. He's definitely going to be on PB pace, and we'll have a shot at world record, but it's going to be. It's still going to be like hard for him to world record from this point on. The world record is 44 minutes and 4 seconds by Shigen, who's also a racer in this race. So if he finishes this by 30 minutes, he's going to need, on average, 2 5-minute runs and 1 4-minute run, which is perfectly possible. It's just extremely rare to have like that happen. And he dies in that room though. Another problem with Isaac's Heart though is that you have no invincibility for him. So you do need to be a bit careful with this combo to make sure that you don't get like comboed pretty fast. Definitely. Oh, he actually dodged that. Good job on Death. I thought he was gonna get hit by Satan's like 7-shot there, but he didn't. So we're probably not going to see Death get this lucky again in the next runs, because it'd just be ridiculous if that happened. He gets Eve with Little Brimstone. Little Brimstone's kind of cool item. He's kind of a unique amongst artists in that like he's just a follower, right? Who like shoots like this Brimstone beam, which is absurdly powerful on early game enemies. Check and search, meanwhile, still stuck with this horrible run. He's actually in 3rd place now. It's so bad. Whether Death could world record or not is going to be really contingent on this Devil Deal. There's only like 2 items he could get that will let him world record here. So we'll see if he gets any of those 2 items. It's very unlikely. Good use of that Chariot card to play the Beggar. He can give you an extra item to reroll in this Double Deal. That's going to go all in with his Soul Heart. No. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. He can't world record now. I don't know what his PB is, but he probably can't PB either. And it looks like he got a full health pill too, which is going to remove his Horror Babylon. As I explained earlier, you really want to have the Horror Babylon active on Eve. Or you're just going to lose so much damage and speed. Looks like Check and Search turned into Lazarus with his Lazarus rags that he found. So that's going to remove some of Eve's like really low damage. Still doesn't have his Horror Babylon activated though, which is unfortunate for him. He's gonna try to nuke this room. I definitely would have tried to nuke out of it. Death finding himself in an angel room. Fighting this Red Angel, it's gonna take so long. This Red Angel actually has more HP than Mom's Heart. So with his like horrible non-Horror Babylon Eve damage, pretty much only Little Grim doing any work. Okay, he gets Horror Babylon up. It's gonna take a long time to kill it, and he doesn't even get that good of an item. Holy Light. It's okay, I guess. Oh, that's a really good Devil Deal for Check and Search, though. He'll get both his Crown of Light activated, which only activates if you're at full Red Hearts. But since he has no Red Heart, it's just permanently activated. And he'll get his Horror Babylon at the same time. And he gets his Tears Out with the pack. Death finds... Oh, he gets an item with a reroll machine. It's good because you can just bomb it to reroll the item until it explodes. And he had like 10 bombs, but fortunately didn't get anything good from it. Sissy Longleg's pretty useless. Here's Death's next Devil Deal. Oh, that's a bad... That was a choke, kind of. He takes the Book of Sin instead of rerolling it. Another gimmick in this mod is that you start with the backpack. And the backpack essentially lets you take 2 Space Mariners at the same time. One side effect of that is that you can't just like touch an item in the Devil Deal and then like get rid of it and reroll it. Spacebar item. So Death he might actually lose his first place here because his run's just really bad. Unless he finds like YuCaesar blood race again, which I doubt will happen. And his next double deal gets Krampus. Sucks. Krampus' head is good. Rolls into Guppy's hairball. Gross. Guppy's hairball just the hairball that follows you around, basically. Death finally getting an okay double deal. Definitely not probably what he wanted though. It wasn't like Knife or Mega Blast. They're two of the best items you could find. Checkinter's finally gonna get off that horrible lung run. And he gets an Ipecac with Judas. Not bad. No, the Roid Rage. Check and search. Definitely getting that huge speed up from Roid Rage. If you could look at his stat screen, you'll see that it's like plus 0.6 speed, which is really good. That's gonna finish his Isaac fight here. It's the Parasitoid, which is okay. Mutant Spider's pretty good. Yeah, he gets a good set of chest items. He'll be able to finish this run decently quick at this point. He gets the Baby Bender. That's a cool trinket. What the trinket does is that it gives all your like followers homing. So as you can see, his little brim has like a purple brimstone now that homes in on enemies. It's like pretty cool. Trinket's pretty cool. That's gonna finish it off. Oh, he gets a really bad start with the Zazel too. Death's Touch, usually an okay start. What it does on most characters is that it replaces your tiers with like a really big scythe. And it gives you a damage up as well. A pretty okay damage up. At the cost of losing your tier rate a little bit. But with the Zazel, right, you just start out with this Brimstone, so it's just like a damage up, but tiers down start. So it's not even like a net positive. Or, I mean, it is a net positive. It's not even like all positive. Definitely a start you don't want to see on a Zazel. Oh my god, he gets Epic Fetus? Oh my god. Epic Fetus. One of those 4 items that he can only get as a starting item once, but he gets it on basement 2. So it may as well be a second version of it. Getting like the big 4 starting item for death. That's like absurd. So now the damage up from Death Touch is like straight up good. And he's probably going to stay in first place here after this run. So I can anticipate it's going to be pretty fast. That's gonna farm a bit for a reroll here, for what is hopefully his Devil Deal. He does get it. Oh, the Succubus is really good. Essentially, as you can see, it's just the Succubus that moves around. It does damage to enemies that are like in its vicinity, but it also gives you like times 1.5 damage if you're in its aura as well. It's just overall a really strong item. Oh my god, he finds a shovel in the secret room. And a teleport? Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Shovel and teleport, 2 of the best space runs you can find for a speedrun. As you can see, the shovel just lets you skip a floor, and the teleporter just randomly teleports you to some room. Which can mean, like, if you get lucky, you can just teleport you straight to the boss. Oh, this is so good. He's definitely going to stay in first place here. He might even be able to sub 50. He gets a really good Eden. He gets, like, Mega Blast or something. It's unlikely, though, for him to sub 50. Check and search now on Azazel. He gets Magic Mush, which is a really good start with Azazel. Magic Mush essentially just gives you an all stats up. He gives you a really big damage up, times 1.5 damage. And also a speed up and health up to boot. Which is just really good. Unfortunately, he gets bad teleports on Shoal. Death going to find his boss. Should have no problem destroying the land here with his Succubus and Epic Fetus. He gets Deadeye with Eden. That's pretty unlucky. He's definitely going to want to check for... He's going to want to hope to get something like a Mega Blast here, or a Knife. Because Eden, right, on top of the starting item, he gets like another item randomly as a start, as well as a spacebar item. Getting a little bit unlucky, though. Oh, a lung? No, probably not. It has an anti-synergy with Deadeye. Deadeye, it increases the damage you do up to 2 times if you hit a lot of enemies. There you go, he gets a Mega Blast. That was what he wanted in the first place, but it's definitely not going to be enough to sub 50 at this point with all those resets. Finally getting a Mega Blast. He also gets a Tears Up. This is actually a pretty good start for him. So he's probably going to clear the first floor just to get an item from the first boss. He's going to hope for Magic Mush, which is the best item he can get from a boss. Does not get it. So he's probably going to go to this item room before using his Mega Blast. It's a double item room. 2 pretty good items. Now he's going to use it. He's going to check his Devil Deal. Pretty good. Definitely worth wasting the rest of the Mega Blast time to get it. What that item does is just it gives you Flight and a speed up. Flight's really good, especially with Mega Blast. And the speed up's also actually really good, so definitely worth the time. So as for Mega Blast, right, it's pretty self-explanatory. You get it fully charged, you have a huge laser for a couple rooms, and you destroy everything. The only problem with it is that you need to kind of get it fully charged. And it takes 12 full rooms to charge it. Yeah, or you could get battery, of course. Oh, he gets a lump of coal. Lump of coal is pretty good with Mega Blast because it lets you, like, it just increases its damage, like, significantly. He opts to reroll it, though. Probably, like, the extra damage could be helpful, but it's not necessary on the Mega Blast. So he was probably hoping to get a knife or something there to just make his run even better, because he would be able to clear rooms when he's charging up his Mega Blast super fast. Gets in a Thane instead, which is also pretty solid. If he uses it well, he'll be able to charge up rooms. So what a Thane does is it essentially gives you like the laser ring that you saw with Maul at the Void earlier, back when he was doing the Lost. But instead of like charging it up through like firing, it will only be activated if you get hit. So it's a little worse. Still could be a very good item though. Definitely not worth wasting that Mega Blast to get those items there. There was a damage up, but you really want to use your Mega Blast to the fullest extent, so you get like part of the charge for the next one already done.
2 of diamonds.
He's a pretty good Depths 2 here. We need to kill Mom manually though, which is going to waste a lot of time. In fact, he's in second place now. Someone probably got like a better Mega Blast run. So he gets a Judas Shadow, which is really good. It's going to a if he dies, he'll respawn as a new character. So it'll also allow him to use a Thane more aggressively now before he dies, which is good. Are they playing the same seed? No. So, yeah, in this speedrun, they don't play the same seed over and over again because they've done it before, and not enough people were interested. So, for these seasons, Zam decides that I'm going to have people play random seeds for the season, and you hope you get lucky. Definitely not your typical type of speedrun here. MGLN has a pretty good run as well on Eden. He got a knife with the Brimstone. Makes you shoot lots of knives after your throw. Pretty good combination. Death probably going to take the second place here. Looks like it's going to be a 55-minute time. Might be a 56. No, it should be a 50. There you go, second place. 55-46, sub 1 hour run. That's really good. It's a really good run to get. Definitely got some good luck there with Isaac's Heart Blood Rage. I'll give him that. I've never seen that before in like a race. So it looks like the first place was Shigen, who's actually the world record holder. So it does show that like there's still a lot of skill, right? World record holder gets first place in the race. So there are a couple people we can still look at. Let me see if I can get one of them up. Check and search also about to finish. Looks like we're looking at Moucheron Quipet, who's unfortunately still on his 5th character because of the unfortunate circumstances earlier. And check and search still about to finish. Looks like check and search finally on his chest. He's not going to sub 1 unless he has empty rooms here. Okay, with that war charge, he's not going to sub 1 even if there are empty rooms. Sucks. Hello, Shigen. Good job on beating Slash's PB in a race. There you go. 1 minute, 19 seconds by check and search. Pretty good time as well. Let's see who's still racing. There's Slash. Where is Future? Looks like Future quit. Because he gets Slash up. Let me see if they're willing to do that. Moucheron finally on Azazel. He's like 5 minutes behind because of his bug earlier. Splash is on his 7th character as well. Looks like he got a little bit more of an unfortunately bad run this time. He's playing Azazel 7th. What's his start on Azazel here? Probably like Cricket's Head or something. Cricket's Head's pretty much like Magic Mush. It gives you 1.5 times your damage. And it's like, it's hard to tell if you actually have it. There's not really that much of a visual indicator on Azazel. Looks like Moucheron's a pretty good run going here. He has 20/20 and Incubus, so it's going to give him about 4 times damage. 20/20 gives you like 2 shots at the same time, and Incubus does exactly what you do. So it's really good for him. Slash, meanwhile, having a bit of an unfortunate run here. Doesn't get a double deal on the caves. Hopefully he gets something good here. Depth. What's up, Fuse Stopper? Good job on your PV. Or not PV. Wait, was it PV? I don't know. Good job on 3rd place, I think. "14 minutes on you." Yeah, I saw that. That was horrible. That was not a good run. Anyways, Moucheron maybe needs to be a little careful with his HP here. Late game Azazel can get a bit dangerous if you don't have like a meat cube or a sack dagger to protect you from stray tears from enemies. Oh, that's an epic fetus for Slash. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Ooh, probably just take a Thane here. He'll be able to speed along much faster in his run now with Epic Fetus. Moucheron copying a Book of Shadows from the library. Yeah, probably the best book you can get. It'll make the final boss and some bosses in the dark room. So we'll stay in here. Polyphemus, pretty good. Pretty good. What it does on Azazel is about what you'd expect, right? Severely makes his charge rate longer, but gives him like basically double damage and a bit more. Surprised he didn't use his Book of Shadows on the quadruple Mega Fatty, but he doesn't. With no damage nonetheless. Oh, he's at 1.5 hearts though. So when he gets to the final boss, he should be able to kill it before his Book of Shadows wears off. So they want to consider using it in this room with the Blast Assist as well. Slash, meanwhile, coming up on his final chest. He is on his 7th character. Oh, 1 heart for Moucheron. I need to do this room flawlessly. It's not a super easy room. He does it though. Now he just needs to activate his Book of Shadows. And he'll definitely be able to kill the lamp before it wears off. He also gets Deadeye on Eden. Probably going to want to reset here for a starting item. There's Godhead. It's probably worth starting that. Deadeye with Godhead. Not the worst. So Godhead's a really rare item you could find in Angel Deals. Essentially gives you like this really powerful aura around your tiers, which deals like tons of DPS to enemies. So it's pretty good. You don't really get it as a starting item, of course, though. Slash finishing it off with 1 hour, 10 minutes, 29 seconds. Not the bad of a run. Pretty solid. Let me see if there's anyone else who I have had gained permission from. Still streaming. Future's done. Guess he quit. No, I don't think anyone. I think it's just Moucheron. Oh, okay, they're getting YuCaesar. That's good. They're getting YuCaesar. I wonder where she is in her race. She is also on her 7th character. Looks like she started Eden as well for her 7th character and got Deadeye as well, but she got a Sack Dagger and Polly on D2, so she has a really good run going. She might beat Moucheron, but Moucheron has this Undefined here, she found, which is a really good item late game. Essentially, it will take you to randomly one of the item room, the secret room, the super secret room on a floor, the shop, or the I Am Air room. And what the I Am Air room is that it's like a special room that you can only get to through teleportation, and it allows you to essentially skip to the next floor. As you can see it right there, actually, on Moucheron Quipet's stream. So it gets better late game because your chances of getting an I Am Air room, which is the one you're really going for, drastically increases. It's still pretty good early game because you could usually skip a lot of the floors, but you don't usually see too many air rooms early with it because it's just not super likely. YuCaesar also getting some pretty good items here. Since her DPS is so much better than Moucheron's, she actually might be able to beat him, even with his Undefined. It will depend on how lucky he gets with it. Does get a damage up from the... Oh, he gets a good Devil Deal there. YuCaesar also getting a really good Devil Deal again. She gets a shovel. She'll actually be able to get ahead if she uses it here. She might not want to use it here to get the Polaroid from the boss, because it will make her run a little bit safer. The Polaroid, if you have like only Soul Hearts or half Red Heart, it will give you about 3 or so seconds of invincibility. Kind of like the Book of Shadows that you saw earlier, but a little bit of a shorter time. Yeah, it looks like she's just going to save her shovel for Wound 1. She wants the Polaroid here, probably. Moucheron gets a Tech Point 5 from the Boss Rush. Really good item there. Especially with the Godhead, which gives you homing tiers. So it's going to make his like laser just pretty much hit enemies always. He's not going to use his Undefined for some reason. I guess since it's a 2-room floor, he might be trying to use it on Boom 2. It's risky to use it on Boom 2. There's like a 50% chance that you get an air room. You'll need to reset. So it's like, because the air room on Womb 2 will either bring you up or down. It will either bring you to the Cathedral or Shoal, and he needs to go to the Cathedral in this final character. Oh, he gets a Knife and Death's Touch. It's actually a hard call. Death's Touch is probably better here, because it's going to drastically increase his tier size, increasing the aura of his tiers. Depends on the room, really. Knife would probably be better for bosses. But for regular rooms like that Fistula room, he's definitely happy he has the Death Touch here. Oh my god, there's a Mega Blast in this Devil Deal. Okay, he's probably gonna win. This is ridiculous. Homing Mega Blast. This is like almost as ridiculous as the Isaac Start Blood Race earlier. Oh, but YuCaesar gets a Maw the Void! That's also really good. Ooh. Oh my god, he gets an error! Okay, he wins. He could recharge his Mega Blast here. Oh my god, what a good set of last few Devil Deals for Moucheron Quipet here. Ridiculous. Again, Mega Blast pretty self-explanatory item. Like, you get it charged up and you shoot like a giant laser. Maul the Void, as I explained earlier. You charge it up by shooting tears, and then you get like this like black laser thing around you, which does a ton of damage. There you go, Moucheron Quipet. Getting which place? Good, pretty good place. Pretty good time as well, especially given his unfortunate crash earlier. And so it looks like he'll be able to get 6th place in the race. YuCaesar looking good to get 7th place. Which he'll probably be able to do pretty easily here. There you go. 7th place, 1:14:32 for YuCaesar. I think that's it. Is there anyone else who's still racing? Not completely sure about that.